here with you, and today I want to make some more painty paper on some calendar pages. These are glossy, so what I did is I gessoed all of them because I wasn't sure how everything would stick on them. So that was my first step. Now my next step is to paint them, put stuff on them. I've pulled out a bunch of stuff that was lying in an envelope. Whenever I finish a project, I put it in an envelope. I've pulled out some of my paints, my dilution paints, and we'll just make some stuff so that I can have some borders and just have fun. So I'm thinking the first one I want is in the shades of green, and I'll just use this card to spread it. So I'm wondering how you guys are doing. I might be coughing a bit. We're still, and when I stop talking, you might hear the, I've got a blank, the vacuum, the big vacuum, because my husband did the cleaning of the floor in the kitchen, the tile. You had to remove the cement, and that took that made a lot of dust. And already with my with the fact that I have been sick, it makes me cough like crazy. So it's kind of why I'm here and not in there, and I'm trying to avoid getting back in, just so that I don't make myself more sick. It's definitely not helping my cough, and there's not much I can do about it because it's work that needs to be done, and my poor husband is doing it all by himself. The kids are they're doing schoolwork and stuff, and it's the end of the year, so they're all studying, and so yeah, it's not easy on him. And I'm super lucky that I've got him in my life. But I don't want to be sick either, because then it takes forever to feel better. So I'm putting this over the rest, and I don't really care that it stains the one below, because it's all good at the end anyway. I really love how this is turning up, and the paint is sticking pretty good on this. So I just need to dry this off a bit, because I think I've got enough paint, at least for now. I think now I want to put some layers, but before I put in my Liquitex and I make a mess of this, okay, where did I put my Liquitex? Put it aside. Okay, so put some of this stuff on. Got some pattern paper, some paper sewing pattern to the paper. So because I'm going to be making borders, as I've shown in many previous videos, this is going to be all cut up, so it doesn't really matter how it's put on, so long as I cover a lot of it and I don't just put in one area. It's a great way of using the leftover pieces that you've got. That, and when I make my painty journals and stuff. I haven't made an envelope journal in a while now. And I have to make another one. Sold all the ones I had in my store. Been really blessed on that. It's really encouraging knowing that people like what I make. And this way I can make more. Okay, so I'm wondering, got this napkin. Do you want to put anything else? I think as far as painty, as far as collage goes, I'm gonna call this one done. Now I want to do a bit of stamping on this, so pull this off, and where's my favorite one? I don't know what happened to my favorite silicone mat. Oh well, I have to take the other one. Sorry if my arm is in the way. I don't know what happened to it. This one will do, but it wasn't the one I had in mind. I wanted the honeycomb one. Oh well, must be around somewhere. And I think I want to stamp some of my big numbers. And of course some circles, because nothing is complete without a few circles. Okay, and then I'm thinking I want to do a bit of stenciling with my Vanilla. And I think I'm going to go with the white. So it's very subtle, but I like it. So like that. I really like that. And I've recently started going splatter crazy, and I think that's what I'm going to do here too. Oh shoot! Just put my paint within my Liquitex. That sucks. Oh well. So I really like this. So first painty paper done. Let's get to the next one. So this is what it looks like. It's all shimmery, and I'm thinking it's gonna make some beautiful borders. Okay, so for the next one, it already has some of the paint, and I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the blues. Take a clean baby wipe, so I don't want to have a dirty baby wipe in there. And I really put a lot. Gives a great first color down. Okay, I don't think I'll use this one again. Remove some sort of paint from my fingers. A little bit at least. Okay, so then thinking it'd be kind of fun to have some yellow, and I've got some yellow here because I don't want to use a baby wipe. Kind of like the streaks that the card does for this. So okay, and I want to put my splatter paint in white. Wonderful. Yeah, that's how I roll. Making messes from one mess to another. Okay, and then no, I think I want to put it in the bluish, blackish one. Mine might not be the combination of choice for some of you guys, but I think it gives interest to this piece. And it does add quite a lot of shimmer, so I love, 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 love shimmer. Okay, so put that away. Dry this off a tiny bit. Some excess paint here. I really love how this is so far. Okay, so now add my Liquitex and add a bit of interest to this. Okay, and then I have this leftover napkin piece. Use some of that. This, and have another napkin which is not as dark, which I think could be fun too. This. And it gives texture, and I really love that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add a bit of the music paper, just because I can and I want to. Okay, so I think that's enough for that part of it. Okay, and now I'm going to do a bit of stamping, and let's just turn this number just for the fun of it, so that it's not always the same numbers that are showing up. And let's do that. Okay, I'm going to do a few circles. And on this one, I'm going to do some of the smaller circles that I have, just because I like it. It's kind of fun. Hope I'm in camera. Okay, so like that, and then I'm going to use a bit of my silicone mat, just because it's kind of fun. I love having lots and lots of interest on this. It makes making the border afterwards a lot easier, because you don't necessarily have to doodle. It's up to you at that time. On it already. It's it's really not required to do much more, which I'm all about being lazy, so if I can save some extra steps, I love it. Already that just making the border itself can be fairly long, depending on you know, the edging and all of that stuff, that good stuff. It takes a while. Okay, so I think I'm good. It's hard to stop once you start doing this. You really want to continue doing this. Okay, and some splatters. Actually, because it's a darker one, got a feeling the white splatters will show up a bit more. So here's my painty paper. I love it. Okay, so I've got 2 done. I don't think I'm gonna get through all of this paper because well, it's a long process. So I think making 3 of these will be enough. For this one, I'm thinking I want to go with some pinks and so maybe some pink and purple would be fun. So I'm gonna, and it doesn't really matter that there's already some paint on there. It's just gonna add more interest after. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the purple, I think, because it's darker. My purple is getting ugh. Still okay when you're using baby wipe, but it's getting all solid on me. Strange because all my other dilution paints are fine. It's just that color that's doing that. At least I think all the other ones are fine because I seem to use all the same ones all the time. I don't use my red much, or the white, or the black, or the brown. Okay, so I like that. My first step. And then I'm thinking, I think I want to add this one first because it's darker and the pink will show more on top of it. Fun. And then I add a bit of this. You can't really see it much. It does add extra shimmer though, but Okay, so this is done, but got some really light pink. Lighten it up a bit. Okay, so then I have a pink napkin, which I thought would be perfect for this. It has flowers and stuff on it. Let me remove this before I make a mess with myself. Okay, so. And I just realized I didn't dry it. It's okay because it's the last one I'll do, so even if I'm put some paint with my Liquitex, it doesn't really matter. Not as much anyway. If I had done that for the first one, it would have been a disaster, but for that one, it's not so bad. So let's add some book page, because it's going to show the napkin more if I put the napkin on top of the page, because the background is really, really dark. See, and that's what happens when you don't dry your pages before. Whenever you put anything on top, you drag the paint with it. But then again, when I do the white punchinella, it's going to show up a lot more than with the other ones. So that's the good part of this, I guess. I might want a bit more of that at the other end. Okay, so calling this collaging part of it done. Remove the gunk from my Liquitex bottle. Okay, so now I'm gonna dry this off, because last time, if I don't do that, then I'm putting that junk into my black ink, which I've done way too many times, and now I've pretty much ruined that that ink pad. Oh, still inky. bad now. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my silicone mat. And that's just one that I found at the dollar store. So nothing fancy. And you don't need to have all kinds of fancy tools to work with. You know, bottle of pills, and it does the job. And of course the paper in the background is a calendar page, so I'm really recycling all kinds of stuff. Okay, so like that. And I'm going to do a little bit of the small one. And this is a gizmo that is probably, I don't know, the top of something. Okay, so enough of the ink. My hands are such a mess. That's the fun part of all of this. So now the white should really show up on that one. And it does. And I love it. Oh, so much fun. Okay, and now for the splatters. I don't have any black left, so that doesn't help. I don't want to put too much though. Put a bit of white as well, just so that I use up the rest of it. And I'm calling this done. And I love how it turned out. It's much different than the other ones, and that's the fun part of it. And I'm gonna have a fun time cleaning my hands. Yeah, so that's the last one. So I hope you guys like this. I hope it inspires you to use up whatever paper you have and your paints and whatever else, and just go to town and have fun and create stuff. Bye everyone.